It's just one beautiful gangbang, mate. Like, it's harmonious. Everyone's thrusting at the same time. It's fucking lovely.
Cynation TV.
Oh yeah!
Our dear brother from another mother, Matthias Adam, has some brilliant drum videos brand new up where you can learn how to play drums without actually having drums.
That's my favourite, mate.
That's amazing. That way, your neighbors don't hate you, your family doesn't kick you out, and you still might be the guy in the band that gets all the chicks. So we're going to put a link over here. Go check out Matthias Adams' channel, and you can check it out in the description too. Hi, welcome back to another episode of The Evolution of Creation. I believe this is episode 5. We are really pleasantly surprised at how well the last episode did. It seems like you guys love that argumentative format when we brought in special guest Anna, so she will be back at a later episode. But this episode, we're coming right back to work on the Cynation theme.
Finally.
Shut up. And it does have a title now. It's La Vita è Bella.
Yeah, it's not wankery or pretentious in any way.
La Vita è Bella is...
E bella.
E Bella.
I'm gonna say E bella, mate. Fucking E bella.
E Bella. How do you say it?
La vita è bella.
La Vita è Bella. You gotta do the hand too.
You don't have to do the hand.
Oh, you have to do the hand, otherwise it's racist if you don't do the hand. Now, La Vita è Bella is Life is Beautiful. I'm naming it... See, this song's had a lot of Italian inspirations, like Morricone, Ennio Morricone, and I really love Roberto Benigni. Yeah, writer, director, actor, winner of Best Foreign Film with his movie Life is Beautiful. If you haven't seen it, La Vita è Bella. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a beautifully made film, well written, great acting, and I thought that's it's just such a great title. And to really understand the title and the song, go watch the film. I'll give you a summary. It's like, no matter how bad the horrors of humanity and life, you can still find beauty in life. But we don't shy away from the horrors. We show them as they are, we're honest about them, and despite that, still find something good about it.
It is from the horrors that we can appreciate life.
Exactly. So, we are moving into the 2 final movements, should we say, of this song, of La Vita è Bella. And
you don't have to do the hand every time, Okay.
It actually goes into the part which I mentioned from our song, Everybody Anybody, which I'm going to pull up right now.
And since it's been a while since we've done this format, has the sir been screen recording?
Yes, sir, it's up here.
Alright, very nice.
So, Everybody Anybody is the last single that we're going to release before the full album comes out. Now, no one's heard this yet, so I'm giving you guys a sneak peek into this.
You should be so honored.
Here we go. So this is...
I think it's supposed to be louder!
I didn't check the volumes. But this is the chord progression that we're using for La Vita è Bella, and a lot of the melodies and themes come from this. I believe Simon told me it's in G Mixolydian.
Sir Mixolydian.
The Mixolydian mode, yeah.
Classical ancestor of Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Now, the next section of the song is just before the finale. And we're going to go into a bit of a breakdown. We're going to bring the excitement down a bit, but try to increase the gravitas with emotion, all right? And that happens in the original Everybody Anybody, which I'll let you hear here. now, I don't know if you are able to hear it, but in the background, there's a guitar line that goes dum 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 dum. And that is what I am basing the breakdown section of this La Vita e Bella off. So first, just to recap, I'm just going to play the last bar of where we stopped off last episode. So it builds. I also went back to kind of work on the automation and the levels for the percussions. Because even though this is a orchestral piece, you know, we're heavy metal, hard rock guys at heart. So I felt percussion should be fucking in front of me.
You needed that pum pum, mate.
We don't want a guy like, you know, all up at you. Which is really unprofessional if you're in an orchestra, but I like. So we then move on to the next breakdown bit. And we start with, as always, I always start with the piano. And we then move on to the Labs Swells Ensemble.
Ensemble.
Can I just take a minute to say, Spitfire Audio, thank you so much. This is free, guys. All the lab sounds are free, and this sounds amazing.
Fucking get on it, mate.
Mate, like, it's so intuitive, the way it reacts to how long you press. Beautiful sounding ensemble. So once again, the piano and the swells ensemble are just playing the backing chord progression. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I got some BBC Celli, also free. So as you can hear, that starts to play that main melody that I was talking about before. And we double that with the BBC violins, second violins specifically.
I have a layman's question, mate.
Yeah, mate.
What's the difference between first violin and second violin, mate?
The only difference is the number of violin players. So in the first violins, we have 16 individual players playing together.
All right.
That's something great about orchestral samples and orchestras in general. You can be playing something like really soft, yeah?
Well, that's really fucking soft, mate.
Oh, wait.
You can't even hear it.
Okay, I don't have that here, but I don't know what's the point of that. That was completely... But something that you played, I don't have it right now, but a solo violin wouldn't sound like this. Like that sound that you're hearing is the sound of 16 violinists playing together, and because, you know, they aren't machines, everybody's slightly different, and it creates this lush, really rich texture.
Lush, man.
So your first violins have 16 players, and your second violins, it doesn't say how many we have in here, but based on the diagram that you see on the screen here, 14 players. God damn it, I can't read. Well, they use numbers here, and then they use text for 14.
It'll keep you on your toes, mate.
Yeah, 16 and 14. And of course, like where they're positioned in the orchestra also makes a difference, I guess, to where the mics were when they were recording it. So there we go. Second violins are doing that.
It explains answers my question.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, that answers my question,
all right.
yeah.
All right, mate. Who are you today, by the way?
I don't fucking know. It's existential crisis.
The moon's out, you know.
Oh yeah, you know, maybe later if I need to use the toilet and it's all full up. I've got the ladies' toilet.
So I've got second violins here again. Once again, using divisi to split up the individual sections of the orchestra. And they're playing something a little bit different. And they're playing really high up on the neck. And you can hear that tension. Yeah, when there's so little string length that's vibrating.
I find it funny to see as well because intuitively you play guitar. So I just saw you press that note trying to you did that wiggle with it like I was going to do something. But that also goes to show that the sound, mate, the sound's so good that you can almost see yourself, wiggling your finger there and making that exact sound.
Well, that's habit, the vibrato. And
that's the one, vibrato.
By the way, guys from the Rolly C-board, I would love to have one of your products because then the wiggling actually makes something happen.
Well, on the keyboard?
It's a keyboard of the future with 5 dimensions of touch.
Fucking hell, mate.
It depends. You can do this. You could move up. You could press in harder and dig in. It's actually like a gel sort of thing. So there's 5 dimensions of how you can manipulate sound.
Gel, mate!
Yeah, it's kind of like a soft pad.
Oh my.
And then doing stuff like... You could slide up and then you could fade down with a ribbon bar. It's amazing. Like, it would just take it to another level.
Fucking hell. Technology, mate.
Yeah, so Rolly, please, my address is Doncaster East.
Don't fucking give it away, mate. People sending anthrax and mail bomb and shit.
Hey, if you put your Rolly on anthrax, I'll receive it.
Yeah, if I can get me to sniff it first, I can.
Always. What else we got here? BBC Viola. So again, very similar because when we had the guitar line in Everybody, it was bum 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 bum. But if you play that with the violins, it can sound a bit rushed.
It doesn't have the same flow,
Right. So I have basically split up the melody. So certain parts of the orchestra are playing.
Oh mate, it's getting a bit sinister there.
Wrong note, but I like them.
Fucking cradle of filth, mate.
So one plays that and the other one plays the bum bum bum. Right? And that way they kind of like overlap each other and kind of, I see it's kind of like a battle yet a slightly chaotic dance between the violins.
Chaotic dance, mate. It's like rough sex, you can just say it, alright? There's a bit of resistance, a bit of agreement.
Oh, it's a big bear of a man.
Oh, but in the end, they fucking get it on, mate.
Oh, yeah.
It's like watching the Mountain sex tape. just fucking get it in there, mate.
Yeah, everyone's having a good time. Of course, we mustn't forget the basses. We should just always have good, strong bass holding the fort down, Good, strong bass, good, strong percussion. I think that's the backbone for every style of music.
The clues in the name is called a bass for a reason, isn't it?
Okay, if you want to go there.
Yeah, it's fucking linguistics, mate.
to have the basses be too busy. Just because in an orchestra, it's not like in a band where you only have a 4-piece setting to work with. You have so many different sections, so I tend to relegate each different section to do what they specialize in.
It's a bit different. You can't just have your double bass play like a Billy Sheehan.
Yeah, like it become too messy because you've got so many different parts, different sections that can take care of that individual part and do it well.
That's why even the guitar part's got to be split up into your viola, your cello, your first violin, second violin, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking learning a thing or two, yeah.
Of course, we've got our cinematic drums. Just to add an opening entrance into this, as I mentioned last episode, if you recall, there's panned hard, fairly hard, about 21 to the right, and I keep it the same, 21 to the left. And they're EQ'd a little bit differently. I'll let you hear them one at a time. See that again. Getting Dark Knight vibes.
Oh, we didn't manage.
And the second one panned to the left.
Oh, that's nice. I think maybe because I'm standing on the left, mate.
Yeah.
I fucking feel
But
that
together, it's like a gun went off.
It fills the room, you know, when we divide it up.
Yeah, like one last kapow before we go into this like breakdown section. Oh, and finally, we've been doing a lot of strings, horns.
You feeling horny, mate?
Yeah, let's start with the boring stuff first, the tuba.
The tuba!
And now that we've got the wider lens, you can actually see how I'm using this to control the dynamics. It makes it a bit more realistic than just going. Still sounds good, but once you add in, you know, that rise and fall of volume.
It was actually just a bit out of the frame.
It kind of mimics the guy taking a breath, and also the way with strings for the bowing.
I do apologise on that one. I adjusted the camera and the little knob is just out of the frame, mate.
Your little knob.
I'll show you my little knob.
Alright, fine. But you can hear it. Next episode, we'll readjust the camera so you actually see.
Yeah, don't worry about it, you know. It's a new lovely lens. You can see fucking everything, mate.
And we have our French horns, which I love these. Check this out. Swear to me!
Oh, it's a bit aggro, mate. It's a bit much, isn't it?
You took Christian Bale's Batman a bit further.
You fucking put him
But
on.
like, this sounds almost so close to what Hans Zimmer had in. I love Spitfire once again. Amazing, guys. So what I've got here is the horns playing this. And all these little bars that you see here on the screen, that's the MIDI information of the mod wheel capturing the dynamic shifts. And that about concludes what I've done so far.
So was that just covering the breakdown then?
Yeah, just the breakdown today. I haven't decided. This will run for maybe 2-3 bars maybe. And then we'll come to a finale, which I have yet to decide on. But of course, it'll be upbeat again, bringing it to this climatic close.
Epic climax, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking come all over the screen, innit?
The one that ends with the gong.
The quaking orgasm.
Right. By the way, if you can see on the screen here, this is your dynamics controller. You've got another one here for expression, but because I only have the one controller right now, I'm not able to use it. It'll be great later on once I get a separate controller, but you can see how it... Yep, get an idea of what it does. So, shall we?
Yeah, let's break it down, mate. Let's see.
We'll play it from the beginning.
All right.
And that's all we have so far.
Fucking hell, mate. It's been a while since I heard that. That is well glorious.
You get that feeling of that breakdown where it's lost the intensity, but like there's more gravitas and
I see what you
emotion.
mean. You know that, yeah, it's more emotional. You know, it's less just sort of cool and epic, and it gets into this really sort of sit and stew in your feelings.
Yeah, before we bring it back up again. And you also get when you listen to it, you can hear what I meant by the different sections playing slightly different melodies to kind of fight that rough
I
sex.
see what you mean. Yeah, rough sex, mate. It's funny because when you break it down individually, you see the rough sex element, but when they come together, you're like, this is one beautiful gangbang, mate. That is harmonious. Everyone's thrusting at the same time.
It's sync.
It's fucking lovely. It's like,
Tuna casserole.
yeah.
That was a Robert De Niro reference, by the way.
You can guess which movie that was from.
Yeah, if you can guess what movie that was from, put it in the comment section, and I'll send you a Cynation muscle tee. Speaking of which, we have Cynation muscle tees available, as you can see here. You can contact us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook to get one. But if you also want some other stuff, we have our beautiful Teespring store.
Yes, not spring tea, all right?
Stop saying that, you're confusing people.
I'm confused myself, mate.
It's beautiful. We got clothes for humans, for dogs, for babies.
For, you know, asexuals, whatever you are. You got a cock, don't have a cock. You have a chin-chin guy, not pay, don't worry. We got it all for you, mate.
Everything, all kinds of merch. That would really help us out if you want to support it. Check our music out. We will be releasing Everybody, Anybody in a few months' time from now.
Fucking like and subscribe, mate.
Well, yes, that too. Like and subscribe. comment, don't comment. Actually, no, do comment. And the nastier, the better, because we start an argument. This goes up in the algorithm. It really helps us up.
Yeah, fucking insult the shit out of him.
Yeah. If you don't like what I say, if you like what I say, either way, like, let's start some online trolling, all right?
That's my favourite.
Oh, I love trolls.
Hashtag let's bring bullying back.
Hey, bullying makes you strong.
Especially if you're the bully, man.
Until next time.
Oh, that's fucking my mate. You can't fucking steal my thing. I fucking fight you.